Jury service is fundamental to our democracy. The United States Constitution guarantees the right to a jury trial in criminal cases. It is one of our justice system's most important responsibilities to summon juries to decide criminal and civil matters involving Delaware citizens and people around the world. On behalf of the judges, lawyers, and employees who make up our Delaware justice system, thank you for your attention to the details you are about to hear. Most of all, thank you again for doing your part under the United States Constitution and our state constitution to serve as a juror in our system of justice.
First, the juror summons. If you are watching this video, you likely received a juror summons in the mail. The summons will have a specific date and time for the start of your service. You are required by law to respond to this summons. You should carefully review the summons and answer all the questions on the form. It is important that you fill out the form before you arrive at the courthouse. We want to make sure that you do not have to make an unnecessary trip if you are going to be excused. You can enter your responses to questions via the web. The web address to do so is on your form. You can also find it on the Delaware Judiciary's website at courts.delaware.gov/juror. If you fill out the form online, it will be processed within 2 business days, and you will be able to see the status of your request for an excusal or deferment when you log back into that page. You can also enter your responses directly on the form. If you return the form by traditional mail, a response to your request may take more than a week. If you choose to respond by mail, you will be notified via a confirmation postcard that will be sent back to you from Jury Services. If you are not seeking or have not been granted an excusal, here's what happens next. You need to report to the courthouse listed on your summons. If you are a resident of New Castle County, that would be the Leonard L. Williams Justice Center at 500 North King Street in downtown Wilmington. There's a phone number on your summons to call to check to see if you still need to report. You may find out that you do not need to report as instructed, so please call before you head to the courthouse. Again, we want to make sure that you don't have to make an unnecessary trip. Jurors driving to the Leonard L. Williams Justice Center can park at the attached garage. Please use the 537 North Walnut Street garage entrance. Please bring your parking stub with you if you park in the garage. Superior Court has a limited number of free parking spaces and may be able to validate your parking. If the number of free spaces has been exhausted, the cost will be $11 a day. The courthouse is also served by a number of DART bus lines. Please consult the DART website for additional information at www.dartfirststate.com. At security, all bags and packages will be scanned, and you will be asked to remove any items from your pockets. Also, be aware that certain things are prohibited. No glass bottles, no metal utensils, no weapons or cutting tools of any kind, no lighters, no outside food or drinks. Food and drink may be purchased inside the building at the commissary on lower level 2 or from vending machines in the courthouse. If you have a medical condition or special circumstances related to food, please bring documentation explaining the need and be prepared to show that documentation to court staff. Jurors are now permitted to bring cell phones and electronics to the courthouse subject to instruction from court staff. Once through the security screening at the main entrance of the Leonard Williams Justice Center, please turn right and travel down the hall and follow signs for Jury Services. Once at Jury Services, a court staffer will check you in. If you have a copy of your jury summons, the process will go more quickly. Your parking stub will also be validated at this time. You will then be directed to take a seat in the jury assembly room. Separate bathroom facilities and vending machines are available in Jury Services for your convenience. Once everyone has been checked in, the orientation process will begin, providing you with more specific and detailed instructions on your service beyond what is discussed in this video. The process may also involve a judge asking you certain questions to ensure that you do not have any conflicts or issues serving on the case to be tried. For example, a list of people involved in the case you have been asked to serve on will be read, and you'll be asked if you know any of the people named on the list. A juror information sheet and a list of frequently asked questions about jury service is also available on the court website on the informational page for jurors. Following this process, you may either be selected to sit on a jury panel or a judge may dismiss you, at which time you are free to leave and your service is considered complete for 2 years. If you are selected to serve, the length of your commitment will depend on the case, and you will be informed during this process how long the trial is expected to take. Some may only last a day, while others could run much longer, depending on the seriousness or complexity of the case. You may also find that after checking in and sitting through orientation, you may be dismissed without any further instruction with the court or staff. This is often due to the fact that the matter you were called to serve on as a juror has been resolved by the parties without the need for a trial. In this case, your service as a juror is also considered complete for 2 years. We thank you for taking the time to watch this video and for helping the Delaware Court ensure the right to a jury trial. Your participation is central to our justice system, and we appreciate your service.